AM 1170, The Answer.
Welcome back. You're listening to Whissel Wednesdays here on AM 1170, The Answer. Before the break, we were talking with Lance Growth with Asset Exchange Company, our 1031 specialist. If you want to connect with Lance, you got 1031 questions, you want to save yourself some money when you're selling those investment properties, give us a call, shoot us a text, 619-663-SELL, 619-663-7355. So I want to get the latest and greatest with what's going on in the real estate market here in San Diego. We got David Kreza with Whissel Realty, Jason Hall, Team Home Loans. David, what's going on in the housing market right now?
It's going up, man.
It's going up?
Price is going up.
All the way up?
All the way up. No, it's a great time to get into it and to kind of piggyback off what Lance is here for, talking about 1031s and investments. It's a great time to get some rentals. I mean, last time I was on the show, we talked about how high rental prices are, and that's a good thing and a bad thing. It's a bad thing if you're renting. It's a good thing if you own that rental property. And, usually you're in real estate in the investment side of it for long term. So if you're going to buy a rental property, you're going to want to go long term. And, at the end of it, you're going to want to talk to Lance about cashing out and going to get a new property. But yeah, with the way rent's going up right now, the interest rates being as low as they are, historically low, it's time to lock in some of that money long term and start creating some wealth for yourself.
I love it. And Jason, right now you buy an investment property, you can buy that with a 30-year fixed rate loan if you want to.
Yeah, 30-year fix, you probably can get them in the threes.
So you can go buy a property.
You
can go buy a property, and your payment is fixed as the owner of the property, yet rents are going up. I don't even know what the rates they're going up at, 5-10% a year right now. Rents are going
11.
up. Yeah, it's been crazy. So it's like, which side of that do you want to be on? Do you want the fixed payment that's not going to change for the next 30 years? Or do you want to be on the other end of the spectrum where your payment's going up month after month after month? I don't know about you, but I want to be the one who's taking advantage of those rental payments going up month after month after month.
Absolutely. It's more money in your pocket.
So, Jason, if somebody's looking to invest in some real estate and they want to buy some rental properties, what's different about getting a loan on that side of the equation versus somebody buying a home to actually live in? How does that change things?
That's a good question. So one of the biggest things people don't realize is you get to use the rental income projected on that property to qualify for the loan. For example, the way the rents are going up, if you're getting a rent of $2,000 a month and your mortgage payment's $2,500, right? We're only looking for like $500 in additional income from you to cover this payment. So
Yes.
I've actually seen people who own a little condo, wanted to buy a house, she couldn't buy a house, but she could buy 3 rental properties. You know why? Because she couldn't afford the $2,500 payment on her own. But when those are rental properties, she can use the $2,000 a month projected rental income in this example, and she can qualify for. So a lot of times, people can actually qualify easier for rental properties. The only biggest difference right now is we do require down payment. During the heyday of that, 2000 to 2007 run, there was a lot of investment property loans with no money down. So, a lot of people could get in with nothing. That doesn't exist in the investment world under the standard government underwriting guidelines. There might be some crazy loan program out there that's not followed by the government guidelines, but the standard, you're typically still looking 10% to 25% down, depending on the situation.
So there is a 10% down product out there right now for an investment property.
Still 10% out there.
What does somebody got to do to qualify for that? Because I might know somebody who'd be interested.
You might know somebody.
I might know somebody.
They should own 25 rental properties. No.
Can you do this for an LLC?
Yeah.
I need 10% down for an LLC. Yeah, that's what I need.
How do you calculate the projected rent to use that as income for the qualifying?
So during the appraisal process, the appraiser will do a rent survey. And they'll project rental income. And they're going to call property managers in the area, look at, hey, what's these additional properties in the neighborhood rented for that recently rented? Similar comps. Somebody, like Kyle, kind of could either know himself or make a few calls that give you kind of a rough idea on what this thing should rent for. But ultimately, it's going to be judged based on an appraiser. He's going to go out there just like he's going to determine the value of the home. He's going to determine what he believes the current market value is based on some comps.
So tell me about this 10% program. I'm interested. My ears are perked up, Jason.
You're interested, huh? You want 10%, man?
10% down investment property? What do I got to do to qualify? Can I buy a single family, or has it got to be multifamily, condo? Can it be anything?
No, it can be single family. Unfortunately, probably have to keep it under 417 loan amount. That's That's the difficult, right, process.
You know,
there.
I like them down and dirty. That's where you make the most money.
You do make most of the money in neighborhoods that aren't the greatest neighborhoods price range, right?
You know the neighborhood here. I want to give you guys a tip, and this is the area that I intend to buy in. The hot area to buy right now in San Diego, the next North Park, is Barrio Logan.
Yeah.
That is the area that if you want to buy and you want to be ahead of the trend before it gets super popular and super big, the stadium thing is going to get approved. Barrio Logan is the place to be buying right now.
And now that is just south of Interstate 94?
That is basically under the Coronado Bridge.
Okay.
So it is
Coronado Bridge back to the 94, that whole little area. Right.
And I know another area. Actually, Golden Hills is a great place to buy.
Yeah,
now.
I mean, everywhere that, as a stadium comes in and people get pushed out, they're either going into Golden Hill or they're going into Barrio Logan. But Barrio Logan's kind of the hipster area, because North Park has become kind of the epitome of hipster, but the definition of hipster is to not do what everybody else does. Well, now everybody's going to North Park. So once people find out about your new hipster
no
haven,
longer hip.
It's not hip anymore because
hip.
it's mainstream, and hipster and mainstream don't go together. So you've got to go away from the mainstream, and Barrio Logan is one of those places they're going because it's still kind of edgy. Like North Park was very edgy, 10 or 15 years ago, but now it's a great community. A lot of families, young families living there. Barrio Logan has still got a good amount of edge to it. If you know what
there's
I mean.
you drive this a couple streets down there, you're going to be like, what? Kyle Whistle's talking to me about buying down here?
It's like,
but just hold, right?
Yeah.
It's just hold. It's
You got to be ahead of the curve, though.
You got to be ahead of the curve.
And you got to go look at the property during the daytime.
Yeah. You don't be driving down there at 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
But outside of just the rental income, from our market, we get to look at a lot of the outlook in the bigger picture. Like, people don't understand this, even from a person that comes from the East Coast, right? If you grew up here, then you guys know that downtown pretty much grew overnight. In 30 years. That thing jumped up. But you got to look at where it's going now. It's Pacific Gates by Bosa just came in. That's like multi-million-dollar property. 400 million Ritz-Carlton just got approved. Multi-million-dollar property. They're investing $1 billion into the transit system. Like this, they're making an aggressive push to make San Diego a major city. And it's get in.
A major city with places to live right there in downtown San Diego, which we historically haven't had. And somebody that's born and raised here as long as I have, I'm still like, Barrio Logan is like, I'm like, whoa, that's like a tough place. But even downtown was. In the 80s, you would not go downtown ever. Even in the early 90s, you would not go down there.
I used to work on city council, and city council, one of the biggest things we learned was downtown has probably the most aggressive neighborhood association. Downtown San Diego Partnership, East Village Association, they pushed the limits on. They said, hey, can we get this up? No, we have permit issues. They're like, let's just fix that. Let's hurry up and fix that. They're extremely aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, you see cranes up all over the place right now, especially in East Village. There's just tons of stuff going up over there.
One idea, that's the whole mixed-use building that's going up, being developed. They're ridiculously putting things up left and right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, that is the place to be right now. So, if you're interested in getting into some investment property, or you've already got some investment property, and maybe you want to move where that investment is. Maybe you're in an area like North Park that's already experienced the blow up in values and you want to cash in on that. You got in there early, you got a ton of equity, you want to cash in, but don't want to pay all the taxes. You could roll that money over. Maybe you buy that building in Golden Hill. Maybe you buy something in East Village or something over, in Barrio Logan. And that's where Lance over at Asset Exchange can help you out with that. You got Jason here to help you get the loan on that new property. You got myself and David here to help you find that property. We really want to be that team to help you get ahead with your real estate investments here in San Diego. If you want to reach out to us, 619-663-SELL, 619-663-7355.
Hey, go Aztecs, man. I can't believe we're into this show.
Go
Aztecs,
Pumphrey,
Paul.
Heisman.
There you go. Humphrey, I love him.
All right, you're listening to Whissel Wednesdays. Have a great week. Talk to you next week.
I'm gonna show you how to do it, and we start real slow. You just put your lips together.